What do we want to talk about today, Rachel?
We're going to talk about coordinating trades as a contractor.
Coordinating trades as a contractor. Wow, that is a big topic. Probably the most crucial part of operations is coordinating the trades in the right order so that there's no overlap. You don't want too many trades on the job site, but you also don't want days where there's nobody on the job site. So it's really, really critically important to figure out a good time frame. And we've got some really good tips. We'll go through that one by one. So the process of making a timeline, first of all, you need to know what trades are going to be involved in the project. Is there going to be plumber, electrician, deck guy, roof? Are we doing a foundation, excavation? So include all the trades, all the trade partners, and start writing out a very, very rough draft of how long you think it's going to take. This is based on historical data. So if you're brand new in the business and you don't know, then maybe you need to get some advice. Well, how long does it take to excavate a hole, or how long does it take to do the rough plumbing? And those are just some simple phone calls you can make to the people that you plan on hiring. But if you've been in the business for a while and you know how long this should take, then you should be able to put together a very, very rough timeline. So write down in chronological order. So that goes from even design or permit application all the way through to handing over the keys. So you want to go point A to point B. So let's just say hypothetically, we're going to start on October 25th and then work out from there to figure out when is my last day. And this is called creating a rough schedule. And the way that works best for me is a whiteboard. I like doing a whiteboard. Now, that's not the most efficient way of doing it, and a lot of my staff don't like doing it that way. So we've actually going to start implementing a new Gantt chart program, which is through BuilderTrend. And we're going to hear from Reg.
This will be obsolete once we get this fully functional. So basically I'll eliminate this screen, and everything I need to do with this project that I'm working on here will all be in this. It's all in the project management folder, right? And that will also streamline every communication between all the sub-trades, all the designers, all of the team in the office. We no longer need to realistically email communicate or text communicate or anything like that. All that we need to do is just have this one application. That's why we've decided to move across to a CRM.
Let's say we don't have the project yet. You go in and start working on a Gantt chart. Basically, the way a Gantt chart goes is, let's say there's the plumbers here, and that's a line. So it gives you the date and it goes all the way across. And then we'll drop down to the electrician. And there's some overlap because you can have the electrician working there during the same time the plumber's there, as long as they're not, the electrician doesn't have a ladder over top of where the plumber's working. We don't want that. Correct?
Correct.
So you're just guessing at the beginning.
Well, with the software that we're now using with the CRM, that's the great part about it. It also automatically has a few templates in there that we can use that we found really useful for certain types of projects that we're going to have, as in TIs or residential, and they already have something set up. So if we're starting that project from today, it will automatically put in the schedule the start date, and it will give us a brief breakdown of whatever is going to happen on that project, and it will give it us in a chronological order, which also helps us because that's then relatable to our codes that we have adapted that's already now inserted into this.
So then what if you're building a house compared to a bathroom renovation? Is there different templates?
Different templates, so if it can be a complete house from the ground up, or it can be as small as just a very small bathroom reno.
So once you have a rough schedule, what's the next step? Like, how do you know that it's going to work out for everyone?
Well, that's where then, I do get the schedule. I then will send that out to people. The most important person is to let the client know this is how the schedule is going to work. Because most clients will say to me, if I start in 2 weeks' time, what's my finish date? And I can give them a predicted schedule date, finishing schedule date, but at the same time, as we all know, certain things are going to happen along the line, and as long as all the stars are aligned, it can happen on that day. But there's always little bumps in the road that we have to account for. So that's why we try to allow for a buffer in between certain phases of the project. So it's one smooth application, rather than what we've had to do in the past is we'd have to have So this is our CRM that we're using right now, which is BuilderTrend, that we've started using. And basically it links everything into it in one stream rather than me going from different applications. So previously we can use Microsoft Excel based stuff, and I'm having to go to that page and then go to another screen and then go to another screen. And then if Scotty then sends me, oh, I need you to do this, Reg, it's an email, it could be a message or whatever. But with this, he can send me a Todoist that's in this. As I'm looking at this screen, it'll pop up, oh, Scotty's asking you to do something on another project. So immediately I can open this up, go into that other project, check on what it is he wants me to do. And it's as simple as that. But I don't have all the answers yet.
That's a great answer though, right?
We've only just started using this system, and I'm pretty sure that there is a way of doing it, but that's to be determined.
Now, along the way, things always change. If you've been in construction for more than a year, you know that nothing goes according to plan. Everything changes. There's too many people involved. There's a renovation involved. There could be some rot, or an owner might decide to change their mind on a window or a door. So there's going to be some delays. Those delays, they need to be put into the calendar, and then the calendar and the charts need to be sent back out to the trade partners to make them aware that their job is going to be delayed by one day, or you're going to have to work your butt off to get back on schedule, back on track. At least then you know. Let's say your plumber's going hunting and he's like, oh, I can't, I'm hunting in October. Then you go, okay, well, when are you leaving? Well, I'm leaving such and such a day. Okay, I'm going to work really hard to make sure that I get you in there before you have to leave. So it's a form of communication that's very, very key to the success of a good operation. So we talk about systemizing our trades. You need to develop your own system, whatever it is. If you're going to do a rough schedule first, or you're going to have BuilderTrend or Santa, you're going to use a whiteboard. You need to develop your own systems. If you want freedom from your job eventually, or you want to be able to hire some staff that can take on your role, you got to systemize it. So what is the order of your operations? Write it out. This is what we do. This is why we do it. And this is how we do it, step by step, so that each of your staff members can follow suit and do the same thing, take up from where you left off. Really good to have a checklist. This isn't everything. This is just our quick checklist. We've got a more detailed checklist that goes through it. So create a list of selections. So you cannot build a job if you don't know what products you're putting in there. Just like you've got a blueprint, you know what the house looks like. You need a selections list. What are your trim colors? What are your tiles, your finishes, your countertops, your faucets, your appliances? You need a list, a spec list. There's no way you can build a proper Gantt chart if you don't have your selections. So if you're terrible at doing that, hire a designer. That's what they're there for. They're going to charge about the same money that you're going to charge, but they're going to do 10 times better. Another one is timelines. If you're going to order a $5,000 toilet, believe me, there is such thing as a $5,000 toilet. It literally talks to you, but it's something that you need to order. It takes 5 to 6 weeks to come in. Know your lead times for the product. So there are some problems that are going to occur. We're actually going to provide a little print off that will explain some of the common problems, the cause, the problem, and the solution. So I got here problem number 5. You haven't established proper and professional communication with the owner or trades on your systems for the project. The problem is your owner wants to make a change in the plans and communicates to the trades instead of you, therefore affecting the price without a clear change order. This happens all the time. An owner comes in and says, oh, I don't want the light there. I want 4 lights over here. The builder has no idea that that change has been made. And then the electrician sends the builder a price. The invoice gets sent to the owner, and the owner says, well, why is this price more than the initial quote? And now we're left scrambling. This is the solution that we have. Ensure everyone involved in the project knows your communication style. All trades must be aware that you have a strict change order process. That way, if someone says to me, hey, we want to add 5 lights, there's a potential change order that goes into play where an owner pays us to actually do the research of what it's going to cost for that change. And then we put in a change order process, which allows for our overhead for our company, It allows for our profit margin. It allows for warranty. It allows for our schedule re, and it allows for the extra cost of the light fixtures and all the trades involved. So this is our solution. Be proactive. If you've ever wanted to put together a schedule for a construction schedule, this is a really good blog to go into. Give us a thumbs up if you really like Reg. He's a really good project coordinator for us. If what we've said today has helped you in any way, please let us know. Subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the bell notification. Thanks for watching. We've got blah 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 blah. That's definitely making it, eh?
Yeah, that's the blooper. Can you do the clap for me?
Oh, you're right. Clip number 6. Nice.
Done? Cool. I made it.
I say things that are good. Okay, so we're gonna stop this?
Yeah.